Good morning.
Good morning.
I was going to keep my sunglasses on this morning because I just feel so tired, and I'm like, I don't know why. Like,
What time did you go to bed last night?
That might be why. Probably about 12ish.
That's too late
So
for when you're getting up.
It's too late when you're getting up at 5 and then got to get up at, I was up at 5 yesterday morning and I'll get up at 5 again. So I feel really, really tired, and it was probably the first morning that I really felt like I don't want to get up, I don't want to do it. But if we didn't, today's going to be hard to get everything in today because we're going to the theatre. It's like a dinner theatre, the Mayfield Dinner Theatre. If you're living in Edmonton or around here, it's really cool place. We're going to watch Jersey Boys, aren't we? So
yeah, something we enjoy doing with your mum and Terry, isn't it?
Yeah, my mum and stepdad really like doing that sort of stuff. So we go with them, and it's been quite good, some of it, isn't it? So quite fun.
The buffet's very good. The buffet is the star.
So we got some things like today that's gonna push into our making time for stuff. So we have to, because you've got to be there quite a lot earlier than normal, and it doesn't finish till late. So we have to get our afternoon or evening workout in at some point today, don't we?
We do, yeah.
So a bit earlier.
Unless we're going to walk around the car park at the theatre.
Or walk around when we get home at 10 o'clock at night, which I don't want to do. We
could do the bike.
We could
or
do
something.
like a late night thing, but I don't want to. I want to be, when I come back from there. I don't want to push it till then. And I know that like some people that's happened to. Like I've watched some YouTubers who are doing the 75 hard, and it's like 11 o'clock and they've still got a workout and half a jug of water, and that's hard to do.
Those five tasks if you don't organise them properly, they can pile up. Yesterday I had, due to me having a bit of a busy day yesterday and being out of the office away from my jug,
You
were like all happy that I had half a jug full of water and you'd drunk yours. So
I was really rubbing it in because normally he's like finished it all.
But if you don't, that's the thing. It's a task management.
It is. If you don't fit it in, then
we were laying there and I was just about to fall asleep, and
you had fallen asleep.
You say that.
We both fallen asleep, so I've probably fell asleep.
Not true. Yeah, that's fake news. I hadn't fallen asleep.
You had already.
Anyway, so then I woke up.
He's right.
Before this is about 11 o'clock.
Fine.
Oh my goodness, we haven't done our pictures. So that would have been hideous going back, because you have to go back to day one if you fail.
Yeah, but that was like 11:40 or something like that at night when you jumped up from his slumber. I'd already been asleep as well. I was asleep, and then
I sleep with one eye open, this day. I'm ready at all times. I'm like really.
It's actually really weird because it's sort of like this morning. It was supposed to be like +4. So we were thinking like, it's going to be a little bit colder this morning than the other mornings, and it's not actually,
it's gorgeous
is it?
Day, yeah.
It's better today than it was yesterday.
Beautiful morning.
Clear blue sky, as you can see.
It's going to be a beautiful Friday.
Yeah.
I was going to say that you had your first, I can't get out of bed, and I had my jumped out of bed. I can't wait to get going. It's we're getting close to 21 days, so that's the.
Why is that though, Dan? What do you think you're feeling?
Me personally, I think that I truly am enjoying this.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the benefits of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not having any problems with it. It's something I can do. So I'm feeling like I'm succeeding every day.
Yeah, stop leaning back because you're leaning out of the thing, darling. That's why I was pulling you in.
So anyway, I just thought to myself, you have completely embraced the process, that jumping out and getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I sound like I'm going for a 15-mile run. I'm just walking for 45 minutes.
But that's huge for us. So
some people do that by how to get to work.
But you've got to understand the perspective of not doing anything at all.
It's my slow reintroducing my body to some sort of stress, some sort of exercise.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely build on that. But I've learned from in the past that I try to do more. I do one thing, and I'm like, I'll do something else as well, and then I just stop doing it all. I'm like, oh, that's too much.
Excuse me, I'm leaving the scene for a minute.
So anyway, that's so if you are watching and you're thinking that's something I might be interested in, just go for a walk and have a think about it. And maybe take a bottle of water when you go. So
how's your reading as well? What's happening with your?
It's good.
Reading. I know you're reading "Crushing It" by Gary Vee. What's the what was the takeaway yesterday? Was there a?
It was another one of just believing in yourself. It was a story of a guy. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, he had a side job. He had a side hustle that was making no money, and he just kept going. And he wasn't very good on the computer, so he had his sister help him. But it turned into something that they both really enjoyed doing, and they ended up becoming content creators, just because they both really enjoyed making videos for themselves. And then other people were like, wow, that's a really good video, would you do one for us? And it just I can't remember the actual business that they were doing, but the content creation became the real interest for them, the real joy for them, seeing an advert doing really well, or seeing a video do really well, or an idea. I mean, I don't know about you and you're thinking, oh, how can I create something new or interesting or something like that.
It
is really a process, and creative process, and so it was good to see that sometimes the dream that you're chasing, you end up somewhere else just because it just happens. You meet those people, you have that situation, or you find that thing that you didn't think was gonna happen. Sometimes your hobby will turn into your greatest thing you're doing. There's a major part of your life, and I think that's good. It doesn't always have to be that.
No.
I mean, entrepreneurs look for a business opportunity rather than doing it with your hopes and dreams. But it'd be great to do that. I mean, I'd love to be able to do something.
Yeah, we talked about that. Was one of the things I can't remember who I read it. Like, I do read quite a few self-help things, but that was one of the things we were discussing, weren't we, yesterday, about
I think they should change
people say people say do your passion. Follow your passion, and we were saying how actually that's not really a good idea if you want to make money. If your goal is to be not have to go 9 to 5 and work for someone, or that following your passion can actually be an issue. What if your passion is say nursing, that you like helping people feel better, and that's what so following that, you're not gonna
but there is a peripheral to that. There is a thing like helping people, though.
There is,
so but you might help them another way.
Well, yeah, but say if you put your actual passion is nursing.
True, yeah.
Is taking care of people. You're not going to make a lot of money doing that, because
unfortunately,
no, the actual thing that you would like focus on if you're going to create a business, obviously, is to have some sort of maybe a care home or a business where you go into people's homes and you look after them. But then what you're going to end up doing is changing your role from actual caring for people to growing the business, managing people, to do that. So chasing, like doing. I don't believe that's right, and that's what I was listening to someone else saying. Like people say, like, do your passion, follow your passion. It's not always a good idea if you want to make money And
it's not a good business idea. It's a great retirement idea.
Yeah, like maybe choose something, make money first. Look at where the gap is in the marketplace, and build a business around that. That is the thing. Look at what people really need, and then make a business around that. And if you can add your passion somehow into that, then that's fantastic. But
you can care for people in every part of life.
Yeah.
So if you're a caring person, you can definitely find a place, find a career, or find a business you'd like to start with care at the heart of it. You know.
I know, and it's amazing actually how if you do follow your passion, how that can turn into years of like it can create depression, and it's going to be demoralizing if you. Why am I saying that? Because we talked about it the other day, yesterday.
But you followed your passion in computers. You know, when you started in computers.
That's what I just said. If you've got a job that you can do that.
Right. Okay.
I mean, like your passion isn't plumbing, is it? Like we talked about this as well.
No, my passion isn't plumbing.
No.
I chose it because it was a good trade to be in, and I was in the renovations, and it was a good part to get into.
And what do you think, actually? You know, like we'd love to hear what you think. We'd love to get some comments. We're just looking.
Are you following your passion as a career?
Your passion?
Is that something you'd like to do? Is that something you're doing?
Am I wrong? Do you not agree with that everyone should follow their passion? Like, it's a great idea. There's a bit of naivety in it, I believe, that you're being a bit naive, because you have to make a choice. If you want to make it depends what you want out of life, doesn't it? Really, if you're happy to go from day to day, living on a sort of an average wage, and like I know, like in England, like nursing staff and people like that, I'm just picking that I'm picking that profession, I don't know why, but say like you really like what you're doing as a nurse, and you love that, but you're not going to actually make a lot of money, and you're not going to be able to live your dream of maybe traveling around the world, if that's your dream, or so are you doing your passion? Are you actually working in the field that you would say, I chose this as my passion? Or are you just on this journey of life, and you got offered a place, or you just thought, I'll make a little bit of money out of that? We often, when we're really young, like I didn't know what I wanted when I was like 16, 17. Did you?
That is a superpower, knowing what you want to do when you're young. Definitely.
I think it's great if you know what you want at that age. I didn't go to university till I'd had kids, so it was later in life that I found that I loved computers, and that I would be on the computer for hours, and at home, after work. I actually was a swimming teacher when I first left school. I did that. That's my thing that I did. Not that I hated it. I didn't mind it, because I was into swimming, and
it was your passion that turned into your job there.
No, it wasn't ever a passion.
Okay.
I used to swim for like a swimming club. It was sort of like something I do to keep fit, and and then I just fell into it because my mum was a swimming teacher and a swimming coach, and it was like, you got to do something. So
you just did what you
So I just did that, really. It was just the easiest sort of option for me to do that.
So that was an ease of...
No, it wasn't my passion.
I thought it was something you really enjoyed.
No, but I didn't mind doing it, that's what I'm saying.
Right, okay.
But I didn't choose it as, I love this, this is my passion.
But if that's what you want to do, you really can do it. The idea that you can't do these things is completely wrong, because you meet all these people later on, and you hear their stories, how they decided that they did want to become an artist, they did want to become someone who, I can't even think of.
I mean, that was your thing, actually, wasn't it?
I thought
you wanted to be an artist when you was younger.
Yeah, I wanted to do art. I thought that was something that was passion for me. When I say a passion as a kid, like passionate about art, like, oh my god, art. But I really enjoyed art. I liked artists. It was something I got my interest in that,
But unfortunately, that wasn't encouraged.
No, there was
no. It
wasn't something for me. It was like get a job. That was the mantra, and it was all about getting a job to get on. You know, that's how you got on. It wasn't like you make a plan and then strategically go through your career like some people did. It was just
definitely
different for me.
Some people do, yeah,
they do.
They know.
But sometimes that's weird as well. You find people have that midlife crisis where they're so organised. They went to school, they went to college, they got the job, they did it, and then they're in this office and they're like, "What am I doing here?" You know, I've just followed the corporate line, which I thought was riches and happiness, and actually it's hard work and a lot of stress. Those people are really held to account for their outcome of their work. It's not like just like walking around with the wind machine in your hair, walking down the corridor, you know, swishing your
you know what,
jacket.
I think like you done roofing, didn't you? You was a roofer when you I think that's really hard work and can be stressful as well.
At the time that was like making money. I was started off as a toolmaker's apprentice, you know, like engineering and lathing tools to make stuff for computer connections. Actually, a load of gold connections. That's how I started. So that was really precise.
Yeah.
And she's just down. She's just sitting down here. And then, but a lot of my friends were in the trades. Yeah. And they were making tons of money compared to me. So it was just a financial move. And then all of a sudden, I'm on a roof for 7 years, which I didn't mind. It was interesting. You're working somewhere different, and it's a different view up from a roof. You know, looking down on the town. It's quite a cool place to be. Only when you're young though. Don't get caught there when you're old. Man, it's quite hard on you when you're old.
On your knees and stuff, isn't it?
But I think things have changed. They get all of their stuff taken up by machines.
Yeah.
When I was
lightweights.
Younger, it used to be
when I was young.
I know. Yeah, as soon as they described, right, you have to get all that tonnage of roofing materials up that ladder, I should have just spun that through my head a few times. But I just thought of it as I was.
But
fit
you could do it. You was young
super
and fit.
fit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was actually at my fittest, and that's the days I look back on and think, when I was so and so, you know, when my knees hurt and my back hurts and I can't run, and so. But anyway, so follow your dreams.
We both went back and
we changed that.
You went and done plumbing. You went back and got your plumbing certificates and all of that sort of stuff, and then I went back and did a computer science degree and got ahead in that way. Yeah. And I've been working in that field, which I would call digital transformation now. It's had many names.
IT. It used to be IT.
It used to be called information technology, and now really what I do is digital transformation for businesses using
helping
AI
everyone
and
catch
things
up
like that.
With it.
I've created VR, virtual reality applications for the mental health industry. I've had such an exciting career.
It's fantastic.
It's been really great.
And if you hadn't chased after it, you would have still been down the pool.
I know, yeah.
Telling people to stop running.
Yeah, well.
But from this, what we wanted to spark from this is, if you can do anything, you can do anything. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, actually, I might start Monday.
Yeah.
Start Sunday. Get up Sunday and just go for a walk. Yeah. And take a bottle of water with you, and you're already doing. I know. Some of the tasks.
We always used to say, like in the diet and all of that, it'd be like, we'll start Monday. And we always put it off, didn't we? This thing, we were just like, we're going to do it. Let's just do it. You know, let's just not wait. So we actually, our first walk, we didn't even track it because it wasn't Monday. I think it was Sunday, wasn't it? We just said, let's just do it. Let's start. You know?
And it doesn't. And you're probably on here watching here, and you're a ultra marathon runner or something, and you've fumbled across us, and you're like, oh my goodness, they're just going for a walk, and they're calling it exercise. Well, I'll call it whatever I like, and
because it's our channel.
But the thing is, for me, it's the first step. I wish that I could just jump out of bed and go running like some sort of.
But we're not there yet.
advert.
But we're going to be there, aren't we? We're going to be there. We are going to try to run at some point in this journey, and you're going to come with us. What I'd like is for you to chat back to us, because it's a really like one-way conversation right now. So, you know, really interesting to hear if you're doing 75 hard or if you're doing some sort of exercise, you know, what you do to keep yourself fit, or if you're not doing anything, do you need us to encourage you? We're happy to give you a big
shout out as soon as we get out on the road. And tell you
exciting.
Come and join us.
We're not going to talk about numbers and stuff like that, but it's really nice that people are watching our channel, and so we know you're watching. So say something, even if it's just a hi.
Please say hi.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say. Of all the times that we've said we're going to start Monday and put it off and everything else, today I just got out of bed and realised that I'd given myself up to the process. That this was normal now. We're getting close to 21.
What does that feel though? Like when you say that sounds. That
feels really good because.
What did it feel like when you say giving myself up to the process?
It's just the feeling of you know, when you do something and you know that it's good for you.
Yeah.
Maybe skipping a terrible meal and eating a nice meal, but it tastes really nice.
Yes.
And that feeling, that gives you that nice warm feeling, like I'm
doing
something good for myself. I'm doing something good for myself, and it tastes as good as the stuff that isn't good for me. So this is great. I'm making a good decision, and it's being good. It's making me feel good. You get that warm and fuzzy. I think that's the warm and fuzzy feeling.
Okay.
And so I think I got the rather than sometimes. In the past, I've got up, I think when we started swimming early in the morning.
Yeah.
That really was too early for me.
We had to be at the swimming pool at 5 o'clock, didn't we?
So just to get a lane to swim. So anyway, so that was too early for me. So all the time I was like, oh, until I got to the pool and thought, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
But now the alarm went off, I jumped out of bed and I was like, looked out the window. Looks like a beautiful day.
Yeah.
You know, and really enjoying it. So I'm if we don't do anything else and we just carry on 75 hard for the rest of our days.
Yeah.
That's really good for me because I feel like I'm doing something good. I'm definitely feeling the effects of eating better.
Oh yeah, me
avoiding
too.
Avoiding bread
bad,
and sugar and what have you.
And even the walking, like yesterday, I had to take Lily for a walk because she likes to go to the loo in the middle of the day, sort of thing. So I had to take her for a walk, and I just felt like really full of energy. You know, like I actually wanted you can do like a short loop with her. I can just do a short loop round and back to the house, and I chose to do the longer route, and I chose to because I really wanted to do it. It was like I feel like I've got loads of energy. This is not hurting my back or my legs. Or I don't have any,
nice. Yeah.
You know, so that
I think
is
that's
a really
the thing.
good.
I think that's the feeling I'm feeling.
Yeah. Well, that was great yesterday.
It's fantastic.
I didn't feel like that this morning, but
it comes and goes. It comes and goes.
What was I doing up late at 12? I was planning.
What were you planning?
I'm really into productivity and writing lists and things like that. I actually do have another channel, like it's a planning channel. But I was just planning today because there was a few things today that I have to do that I really didn't want to forget for work, like for a work thing. So and so I just started planning, and then I got totally carried away, and I really like fountain pens and things like that, and so I was like in my whole little world of that, like when you have a hobby. And
I was asleep next to
you
her
was fast
world.
asleep, and this was like me in bed writing with fancy pens.
Yeah. But it looks good when you're done.
It looks really nice. It's
yeah.
sort of like, I suppose you could call it creative journaling as well. So I have the front of my planner, you just, like, it's got like the days and hours and all of that. You write it down structured like that, very formal. And then at the back, it's like these big pages per day where you can then be a little bit more creative and draw and write your day and stuff. I think it's really good actually journaling what's going on for me, and a lot of entrepreneurs do that, don't they? That's something of, I know like Tony Robbins and people like that say you should
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, say that you should journal stuff, you know. You should journal your day.
It does get you to have a second bite of your day as you go through it, and helps you sort of sometimes go through situations that you went through in the day and go over them and I don't know, proofread your day sort of thing, see what happened and
I find it nice just to remember, you know, like, because you do so many things.
Just remembering things is
I mean, you do so many things, and like I can look back last year and say, like, on that day, what did I do on that day? You know, it's really handy for things like that, especially like family things. I'll put photos in there, and you know, like.
I think the best thing about it is that there'll be you'll put a picture in there. And you'll describe the day, what happened, who's in the picture.
Yeah.
I think so many photo albums are just photos, and I saw one probably 6 months ago, and it was my family. Anyway, I didn't know who half the people was, so I didn't. As much as it captures the history, it doesn't explain it.
No,
so
it doesn't.
Unless you're up on your family and everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
There's certain parts of my family that
we're talking family in Scotland and that way going back.
And my mum's side as well, Bert and his brothers. But anyway, that's really it's really
it
good
is
doing.
really nice.
Yeah,
it's nice to
really
look at like when grandkids come over, you know, what we've done with them and that, because you forget all that stuff, you know, like you do. Like I like to do craft with them and making things, you know, and like. It's great to look back and see all that and remember. Oh yeah, like you said, you looked at my stuff, didn't you? When I showed you some of the old diaries, and it was like wow. And like when kids were born, photos of like I think Aurora. We got a couple in there of that day because we had Jazz's other kids and just that whole
experience. Sometimes your day-to-day work, like everything else, engulfs everything. You know, the stresses. Of work, and not everything goes right at work or whatever, but the stresses of life take over.
Yes.
Your day to day, you know, and you relax. We just said, oh, thank goodness it's Friday. I'm really looking forward to decompressing this weekend.
Yeah, we've got some things going on as well, haven't we? So fitting that in, we've got the Mayfield Dinner Theatre tonight. We've got we're organising a barbecue for the family.
Hopefully the
tomorrow,
weather's going to be blistering hot.
It's supposed to be hot, isn't it? So we're making homemade burgers and stuff like that, so that will be nice.
That'll be excellent.
And Sunday, I'm not sure. Sunday, I'm going to try to not organise anything for Sunday.
Please don't organise anything.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes I think, oh, I've got nothing to do this weekend, and then Tina hits me with the itinerary. We're doing this, this, and this.
And then you love it though, don't you?
I do, yeah. I love it. Right, we need to get on, team.
We've got to get moving because it's Friday morning.
We've got things to do.
We can walk with you. Let's walk with you for a little while. Show you what a glorious morning it is. Oh, here we go. Look at this place. Oh yeah. Getting up without making sounds. That's what I'm looking forward to. Okay, so I noticed like when I'm the one that edits the videos and stuff, and I noticed when I'm doing the videos, like there is like the birds are like really loud in some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm going to walk with you. No, I think you've probably had enough of listening to us chitter-chattering, so I want to say goodbye then.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a great day, and like I say, if you're thinking about doing something or you're thinking, I need to do something, look into it. Honestly, just going for a walk, drinking more, reading more, and just eating a little bit better. It's taken you a long time to get to where you are if you're unhealthy. It took me a long time to get this unhealthy, you know. I've really avoided the gym, eaten bad food, and not really cared for my health at all. Just expected my body to be okay all the time, and but doing this makes me feel like I'm doing something, and I'm feeling lighter on my feet. I'm finding going upstairs a little bit easier, and drinking a gallon of water a day just makes me feel I don't get cramp anymore at night. I don't my eyes don't feel dry. The thing with it here in Alberta, it is very dry. It's not humid at all.
There's a lovely Lily.
There's the lovely Lily, our escort.
Hey Lily. Lily. How are you? What are you up to? Just sniffing everywhere. Sorry, okay. I'm gonna say goodbye now as well.
Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Friday.
Have a
great
Friday.
Weekend. If you have to work this weekend, enjoy your weekend, even though you're working.
Yep.
Sometimes the best of things happen whilst we're at work. So enjoy your weekend there.
Yeah. Okay. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.